Happy freaking Friday, everybody. And happy birthday, Mother. I love you so much. We found the perfect tree for pull-ups right next to the lake. Pull up our tree, lake. Perfect place to work out. So pull-ups and handstands today. You guys have been seeing me work out a lot lately in the videos, in the vlog, because when I started the vlog, I put fitness on the back burners because I felt that I had to make the vlog the main priority no matter what, and I didn't schedule out my time in such a fashion to be able to still incorporate. Whoa, alright, this might not work. Over time, I built up this pressure on myself, and so if I actually want to achieve something, I have to actually do the steps in order to achieve it. So that's what I'm doing, and by doing that, I'll be more comfortable with where I stand with myself, because that's the most important thing. Alright, I'll see you later. Ben's heading back to check on Jade and camp, and I have a couple stories for you guys that I hope you find meaningful. I think you'll be able to find something to take away from it. Otherwise, why would I share it, right? The first story I want to share with you guys is actually the story of the 1 year I decided to wrestle in school. And it's because of what happened the last match. I've been thinking about this the last couple months, even though this happened to me almost 20 years ago. As a child, I always hung out with my older brother and my two older cousins. They always were bigger than me and stronger than me, but I didn't let that stop me from trying to always be as good or better than them. In my very last match, undefeated the whole year, I won. But it was my very last match because I quit. I won, but I quit. And the reason I quit is because it was the hardest match and I came the closest to losing. I was always hanging out with my older cousins. I was always wrestling my older brother, 6 years older than me. So the kids my same age and same weight, it was a joke. But this last match, the kid and I were very matched. And sometimes I was almost pinned, sometimes he was almost pinned, and when it went to the final, scorecards, I won. But because it was so close and I saw finally a chance of losing, I quit. I was only 8 years old, but it's shown, we know that the stuff that happens when you're that young can carry on to when you're an adult. The reason I quit was because I was afraid. I was afraid to lose. Apply it to a relevant situation in your life. I think this happens a lot to us. And what we end up doing is we end up not even trying then. We're afraid to fail. So we all have these fears, but we have to embrace them. And I want to explain to you guys my biggest fear, and I'm going to use another story to explain it. So I have this cousin named Elliot. Dad's side lives in Red Wing, Minnesota. He's one of those guys where it seems like he goes anywhere around town, people know him. He always has a huge smile on his face. He's doing something every weekend. I would see my cousin Elliot usually about once or twice a year growing up. We would take a trip to Red Wing, Minnesota from my hometown of New London, Wisconsin. It was about a 5-hour trip. Something that always intrigued me about these visits is his storytelling, because since he was doing so much and since he had so many friends and he knew so many people, he had so many stories. And so through those visits, I decided that I wanted to become someone who had stories to tell. So when I started this journey, I wanted to create a life that was worth filming, ultimately creating this cool story. So I really look at this trip as a whole and then break it down to the day and then break it down to what I can do each day to maximize the whole story. I watched my dad take no risks, spend 25 years working 24/7 at a factory, which drove him insane. I decided that I had to take some risks in order to conquer these fears that I had. What fears are those? It's not creating a story of my own that I'm proud of. It's not having a meaning that's worth pursuing. The pursuit of meaning and purpose. There's so many risks that we have to take. Why not take some risks towards something that will conquer your fears? And your fears are most likely the things you need to be doing, because they probably have something to do with getting you closer to your dreams. But we all make mistakes, and we all still struggle with these things, no matter if we're on the right path or feel like we're on the right path. We're still going to be struggling with things constantly. Something I still struggle with is being extremely hard on myself. Am I doing enough? Could I do more? And if you're too hard on yourself, then you're not going to be happy. So there's finding a balance. Being in this environment, it really has changed me, and I just want to share with you guys different experiences and how I feel it's been beneficial for me. But you know, I'm working on a lot of things as well. You know, while I'm out here, I think, yeah, it'd be nice to go fishing, it'd be nice to take out a boat. But all I wanted to do this morning was talk about this. It's been kind of weird, you know, trying to plan out as we go what we want to do lately, and haven't even been able to really concentrate on, I don't know, what do I want to do in this state? What do I want to do here? I want to expand what I'm sharing with you guys. I've only been sharing a few dimensions of it. There's a lot more than just the jeeping part and the adventure aspect. There's a lot inside to figure out. There's a lot up here to figure out. There's a lot in here to figure out. And it's changing me and it's morphing me, and if I don't let it out, I don't feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm very blessed to be able to live this lifestyle, and I feel like it's a responsibility to try to share as much as I can with it. It's the whole point of having the vlog, so it's kind of been eating me up. It's part of embracing your fears. So, hope this helps you guys. Nicholas Blanco just became a new Patreon pledge, so I'd like to end this video with a thanks to that dude. Nicholas, appreciate it, man. Thanks for helping to support this journey, it means a lot.